Hey, this is Life with Shauna Renee here with back with another video. Like, comment, subscribe. More videos are on the way on period. This video is about random story times. Let's get into the video.
Okay, y'all, so I was supposed to go on a date last night with this guy, but I ended up not going. Wrote him a nice little paragraph basically explaining to him how I didn't want to waste his time, but I didn't see this going anywhere. Mind you, I literally got his number last Saturday. Today is Wednesday, the 8th. Since getting his number, he has called me bae and baby. Didn't like it. You don't know me that well to be giving me pet names. Second thing was he had told me he missed me, and I was trying to figure out what was it that he missed about me, because we really didn't have a lot of conversations for him to actually say he missed me, and we haven't met in person for him to actually say he missed me. Third thing was, and it's really not a red flag, more so like a pink flag, because I feel like careers in college are on the same level, because at least you're pursuing something. I give you that. He's a full-time student. He graduates this year. He's actually a student athlete. So when I asked him if he had a car, he was like, well, you know, my sister has my car because I'm on campus so much between practice, games, and going to the gym. It's really no point for me to always drop off campus. I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's fine. I left it up to him to plan our date. He was like, okay, let's go bowling and let's get Chipotle afterwards and sit by the water. And in my head, I was like, it's 37 degrees outside. I'm not sitting by nobody's fucking water. I'm not. I barely want to walk my dog. And he's like, well, you know, not actually sit by the water, but, you know, we can have like a parked car conversation like it's the 90s. Why are you volunteering you to sit in my car? No, and I'm not finna sit in my car when I have a whole home I can sit in and FaceTime you when you get back to your destination after catching the Uber. No. And when he was talking about going bowling, he was like, oh, if I win, if you win. He was trying to do wagers, and he was like, oh yeah, if you win, I'll eat your pussy.
Some of these guys out here are on a different type of time. They know what they want, and they want to. Dates nowadays don't mean what it means. Like, you go out to eat and stuff like that. It's just to hook up. Like, you got to be really specific of what you want to do, because bowling is not what it's, what it used to be, where we would go out on a date and, like, you go out to eat and get to know somebody. As soon as people get the check, they're already asking, like, okay, who you coming home with me? And that's usually sometimes what occurs, and that sucks. But let's watch the next video.
Okay, I've seen everybody sharing their mean nurse stories, so I'm going to tell you about how I almost died because of a nurse. I was 39 weeks pregnant with my daughter, and I was moving into a new apartment. And that morning, I started getting contractions that were 10 minutes apart, and I had them 10 minutes apart for like 15 hours. So I finally call labor and delivery that night around 11 p.m. And I speak to this nurse and I say, I've been having contractions. They're 10 minutes apart. I'm not sure what to do. So this nurse tells me, you're probably just dehydrated. Drink some water and take a bath. You'll be fine. So I let some time go by. I drink a bunch of water, and then I am in more and more pain as time goes by, but my contractions are still 10 minutes apart. But every time I get them, they're more painful. Around 12:30 a.m., I wake my boyfriend up and I'm like, we gotta go. Get the hospital bag, let's go. So the hospital's 30 minutes away. We arrive at 1 a.m. and I get checked in. And it's the nurse I was on the phone with that walks into the room. And she's like, didn't I just talk to you a little bit ago? And I'm like, yeah, you did. And she's like, what changed? So I tell her, I'm here because I'm in a lot of pain. My contractions are getting more and more painful as the night goes on, and I can't really take it anymore. And she says, well, did your water even break yet? And I was like, no, it hasn't. And she's like, okay, we'll put this on and get on the bed. And so I go change, I get on the bed. And as I'm laying there, having pre-registered, okay, for my labor, she's in my face with all this paperwork, having me sign stacks and stacks of paperwork. And the pain gets so bad that I'm like, get that out of my face. Like, I can't do this right now. Minutes go by and she's like, okay, we're going to check you. So she checks me. And I'm 10 centimeters dilated. They hadn't even called my doctor yet because they didn't take me seriously. She's like, hold on, don't push. At this point, girl, I'm in full-blown hard labor and I can't help it. And that's what I was yelling at her. I was like, I can't help it. So yeah, me nurse delivered my daughter because she didn't believe I was in labor and didn't call my doctor. The worst part about this nurse not listening to me is that not only would I have birthed my daughter at home, I probably would not be alive today because I hemorrhaged badly after giving birth to my daughter.
I hope you complain to the manager, like her boss, about her, or even did a complaint, because they have to believe you when you're in labor. Like, they have to take it seriously. I don't understand why she didn't do that. That is so crazy. So far, we got one more video to watch. And remember, anything that you want to talk about, please comment below. What do you think about this video? Comment below. I'd love to see your comments. All right, let's check out the next video.
Let me tell a quick story time about how I sent the hey boo text for the first time. And baby, I didn't know if it was her man or my man. I really had to question my sanity because the way she gagged me and collected me and spit me out, it was insane. So basically, y'all, everybody got a spam now. You get what I'm saying? You post what you want on there, blah, 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 blah. So one day I just get a random notification. I usually don't let people in, but I'm like, you know what? It's the holidays. I'm going to let you in, boo. So I let her in. She's kind of cute or whatever. Not messing with me in the words of EK. You get what I'm saying? Not messing with me. But she's T. So she's posting about stuff or whatever. So now this is the time where it was like post a date and I'm going to post whatever picture it matches up with. If you know, you know. So somebody posted the date. I don't know if they were being messy or not. I don't know if it was her or not. But baby, I don't know. She posted the date 12/29. Clearly, we all know that's 4 days after Christmas. Why was it a car, right? Now, this car had red lights. It's a Benz. And it's an ashtray in the middle, second row, so the drink could go on the first. And it's a green lid around it. That's my man's car. That's my man's car, and I know it's his car. So I'm really trying to think, like, where was he at? So y'all go back to our text messages. He telling me he finna pick up his cousin from the airport. 12/29. She's posting his picture. I go back. I'm like, I'm tripping. I'm not tripping. So y'all sit there and I text him. I said, hey, what was you doing on 12/29 with Dudu? He said, remember I told you I was picking up my cousin? I said, yeah. I said, okay. I politely text her. I said, hey, girlie. She said, yeah, that's your man car. Baby, the way I must have spit my juice up, I thought I was finna eat her up. Y'all, swear to God. She said, yeah, that's your man car. I said, oh, yeah, it is. So you know what? She said, yeah, I do. I said, oh, so what's y'all? She said, ask your man. I said, ask my who? I said, baby, I'm asking you. She said, no, ask your man. The way I was so heated, y'all, I was crying. Baby, if she could see my face, she would have been laughing. I was the key. I couldn't even tell my homegirls what was happening because she was just gathering me up. So, y'all, then this where it got messy. Then she sat there and turned around and posted a picture of him laying in her lap in the back seat. Nah, shawty, you? All right. I see what you got going on. So, yeah, I'm a dummy. I sit there, I call him. He calling her. They calling me. I'm like, oh. So now we're in a three-way call. What type of conference is this? Why am I always the fool? And why is it always you? Y'all, he's sitting there telling me like, babe, nah, it's not true. That's not even me. So that's not even your neck. Y'all, I swear to God, I was such a fool. I unfollowed her and blocked her. Because she ate me up too good.
That story was crazy. And what do y'all think about that video? Y'all comment below. This is Life with Shauna Renee, and I'm out. Bye.